What's up, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of the Game of the Week show. I'm Matt, that's Dan, and that is Ash.
Morning, gents.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
From not the abyss, just from Vegas. How was it?
Yeah, it was good. Really good.
Win any money?
Yeah, but what I won, I lost, so...
Standard.
It was fine. Yeah.
So you're not going to be treating us to any luxury
Any
new
new-
PS4?
Any new games or
maybe Dan is Xbox?
His Xbox One? No.
27 seconds in.
No.
New record.
At least it's out of the way.
Oh, that's what you think.
It's the first one. We had a side bet.
So, anyone that is new to the show, this is a weekly show that the three of us do where we get together, we talk about the latest news topics, bring you all the information in the video game industry. We'll also pick out our favourite games of the week from this week's latest releases. If you like video game related content, we do pretty much everything. You can find everything that we do on the link, thegameinitiative.com, which is down below. So, Ash.
Yeah.
Number one this week. New Far Cry game.
Oh, yeah.
Excited?
Very. I am very excited. I know there's some question over how big the game's going to be and et cetera, and how well it'll fit because of the style and what have you. But it's a Far Cry game,
Yeah.
you know. You've got to be excited.
So if anyone that doesn't know, hasn't seen this yet, the game's going to be called Far Cry Primal. It's going to be set in 10,000 BC. So kind of watch out for all those woolly mammoths and saber-toothed tigers. And yes, woolly mammoths and mammoths are two different things. We did find that out before. Basically, the woolly mammoth is the bitch of the mammoth is how it works out. It's going to be a full-fledged single-player experience, which is how it's been described, coming February 23rd, so pretty soon. Dan, do you think this is going to be another sort of Blood Dragon then? Because that's what people are maybe...
Yeah, I mean,
thinking.
like that's when we were looking it up on, what was it, Thursday, Friday, when we first saw this announced and so on. It was like, that's very much what we discussed. Was like the fact that it's come out so soon.
Yeah, there's
seems
no
it
build into it, is there?
It seems too quick to be just a full-on game that's not already built on something that exists. And the fact that you're talking like 10,000 BC, it seems like they're taking the gaming or the mechanical side of the Shangri-La stuff in sense of like the weapon interaction, like the interaction with the environment, that sort of thing. It seems like it's very much inspired off of that. So it's as if they've built off something that's already there rather than built something new.
Yeah, but I suppose a lot of people said that Far Cry 4 just looked like a prettier version of 3. So,
yeah,
you know, the formula for Far Cry has always been good, so why change what's not broken?
Yeah.
But I think the biggest indication is the full-fledged single-player experience. That's obviously Blood Dragon was single-player only.
Yeah.
The fact that it's just, there's no build. I remember when Far Cry 4 was first announced, I think it was the very first topic we had on our show.
I think so, yeah.
It was still, you know, a long time coming.
It was.
Before it actually dropped.
Yeah. And you've also got to look at the time between the two games. I mean, it's less than a year and a half.
True.
It's not that long. And you look at when Far Cry 3, the gap between 3 and 4, it was much longer. Much longer.
But was it 2 or 3 years?
It was close to 3 years, I would
Yeah.
say. Yeah. It's so it does make me question how good this game is going to be. That's the only question mark I have over this. And it's still a Far Cry game. I'll still get it. I'll still enjoy it, no doubt. But I think people have got to be wary of their expectations and maybe not set them too high and maybe not expect the same standard of game as Far Cry 4 was.
I think it'll be... the quality won't drop. Just
No.
the amount of content. To clarify. It's not like... I don't think it's going to be a... Well... It might be a worse game because obviously there's going to be you're limited on the weapons you have. We were talking before, what have you got? You've got a bow and arrow, a spear, and maybe like a sword of some sort.
A hatchet.
Yeah. Like some close range.
You are going to be limited,
thing.
and obviously that is going to limit your content. Also, I think the number of enemies as well. I mean, it's going to be... I think there is going to be some human interaction there.
There is,
Looking at the release trailer, it looks like there is going to be some, but again, it's going to be limited. You're not going to have these big camps and towers and all the other side missions.
Everyone's making jokes about how like the watchtowers are going to fill into 10,000 BC.
Yeah, it's
going to be the woolly mammoth. He's going to be the watchtower himself.
He's the
It's going to be a bloke up a tree.
Yeah.
Or he'll be the outpost, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's good. I mean, any new Far Cry game is good, and I think we have to trust that the game will be done right. We've never been disappointed before, so I'm sure they know what they're doing.
Blood Dragon was still awesome fun, even though it was only like 5 hours. It's about meeting the price point to the content amount.
Yes.
Don't do a full price game and then only give people 4 hours of content, because that's not going to be. Well, people are going to be pissed off, basically.
Yeah.
So that game's coming in February. February's quite busy already, but it's possible, after reading an article just this weekend, that we could have another game coming even sooner. No Man's Sky, the PS4 space exploration game that everyone has seen so much about.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't known a release date. It's always been pretty tight. They've held that tight to their chest. But there's a Twitter user by the name of Tidux, who has previously been known to kind of reveal kind of things before they happen. He seems to be a reasonable source.
The Mystic Meg of gaming.
I wouldn't quite get that far. But sure, yeah, I'm sure he'll appreciate that.
Oh yeah.
He has said that, quote, hearing No Man's Sky is coming to Paris Game Week with a release date and price. Hashtag PS4. So, I don't know. This was broken in a report done by Forbes, which is, again, pretty, not necessarily on the button when it comes to video game news, but still a place that you would think
It's reputable.
it's reputable. It's not going to just
It's not some bloke off the street yelling like,
yeah.
No Man's Sky coming!
It's not The Onion, let's put it that way.
Yeah.
I think there is definitely, we were chatting about this before off air, and I think there is definitely a strong possibility that it could happen.
Yeah, it's... Well, another thing Paris Games Week, Sony's conference is on October the 27th.
Mm-hmm.
If that day rings a bell, it's because that's the same day that Halo 5 is coming out. Now, someone sent in a screenshot, obviously taken with a pinch of salt again, of their Amazon UK pre-order, saying that it was coming out on October 27th. Now, that could have been Amazon fucking up. It could have been... someone's dead. It could have been, someone doing a quick Photoshop job.
Yeah.
When they saw this Twitter thing.
Yeah.
Or it could be genuine. It could be a leak. Amazon are known for their leaks. It's no Amazon France, but...
Yeah.
And
if it was on Amazon France, then it's confirmed.
Yeah. We were talking before, though, and No Man's Sky was recently on the late night Colbert show in the US, and that's just, why would you show a game to like the mass market in the UK unless it's about ready to come out? Because if they showed it and then the game didn't come out until say mid 2016, the average person forgets about it.
Yeah,
we follow it until it comes out because we're gamers.
Yes.
But the average consumer, you need to shove things down their throat kind of here and now.
Strike while the iron's hot. Basically.
Exactly. So I don't know. Do you think it would be a smart move for them to do a Sony conference where it's like, it's out now? Or do you think they need to have a lead in? I mean, there's enough marketing around this game. Enough people know about it.
I think so. I think they could do it. And I think it would be more... You've got to think... They probably would want to do it this way because it's a talking point. And any form of talking point around a game is publicity and marketing and everything else that goes with it. So if anything, any form of talking about the game or publicity in that respect is going to be positive for the game. So if they can do something quite quirky and different and be, this game's out today, on the day, I think it would cause a bit of chatter amongst PS4.
Them being able to, like Sony being able to bring out something that is console exclusive at least, to combat the run that Xbox is going to have, makes sense because everyone's been saying, "Oh, what's Sony got?" Like, in comparison.
Exactly.
So bringing something out makes sense. Just to drop it with no warning, I'm not so sure about because not every gamer has, unlimited budget just to be able to say, "Oh, it's here, I'll just go get it."
Yeah, that was the thing.
Some people will have
budget.
Yeah, will have very strictly budgeted themselves, going, "I'm going to get this on this date, and then this on this date, and this on this date," to plan what they're going to be getting for however long, and then to suddenly throw the spanner in the works like that.
Yeah. I suppose
Yeah.
less people.
Some people will go, well, I like the look of it, but it's not necessarily the game that I want number one, so I'll pass.
But I suppose if it is the one that people want number one, then they'll have to maybe just drop
something else. But yeah.
But yeah, I suppose I think that Hello Games would want to do it.
Yeah.
Because I think they're a small studio. The guy that's created this game is obviously very, very smart, and I think it's something that he would probably like to do.
Yeah.
But getting Sony on board to do it, I don't know who has the final say on.
Yeah.
Because obviously Sony have helped them quite a lot with marketing and probably put a lot of money into it as well.
Yeah. The other risk that they do run is for the people who do have both consoles. Again, going on the budget side of things. And
yeah, if it's only announced, you've already bought Halo. It's already announced.
Halo's already, the money's already going there.
Yeah,
so
I would buy it.
It's a risk.
Yeah,
but it's one that's probably worth taking.
I would go with. Do anyone want to make a bet about whether they do it or not?
I'll say they will.
Yeah,
go on.
Dan,
like I said, or like marketing wise,
you're leaning towards them saying.
I'm saying no.
Okay, I'm going to throw out a third one then. As you guys are I'm going to say that they give a release date, and the beta goes live on that day.
Okay, that's more probable.
That's what I'll go.
That
with.
would make more sense
Because it's also like it's like an online game. So I don't know how much testing they've done, but maybe beta's available now. Game coming out
middle of November.
2 weeks, 3 weeks, yeah.
I don't know. I still think I think with the Colbert thing, it's got to come out this year.
It has to.
It's got to come out this year.
It has to.
Before Christmas, it's going to be coming before Christmas.
But then, has it got to come out before Fallout, which is like November 10th?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Look, this time of the year now, if you're bringing out a game, at last minute,
I think you pretty much like the last 2 months of the year, you pretty much just pick a date and throw it out there and hope.
And some people though, remember Project Cars last year? They sensibly delayed their game to get out of it.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
But it's also having more polish.
Yeah, I'll go with the beta. We'll see who's right. That's our second bet, Ash. I'm still waiting for that BioShock thing to be announced.
No, I know, but
you're going to start owing me a lot of pride. Staying with October 27th, Halo 5. We were just touching on. Some updates in the story going. The game's gone gold, firstly, so no more delays. Subject to manufacturing issues or something stupid. The campaign's going to be about 8 to 12 hours long, they've confirmed. We saw a trailer a couple of weeks ago now where it appeared that Master Chief was dead. That was a TV commercial. He'd been killed in the line of duty, and everyone was like, oh no, But then a later trailer came, which will probably be a week now at the time of you watching this, where he's not dead. That's just the official story. The unofficial story is basically Spartan Locke, who is having to go and hunt down Master Chief, who's gone rogue. Can you really see Master Chief becoming the bad guy? Because that's what they're saying. They're saying that he's gone rogue and he's out of control and he has to be stopped.
I can't. I think the more likely is that he has got his own agenda that he thinks is the right thing to do, but it's against orders.
The UNSC, yeah.
I think that's more probable. But he's doing it because he thinks it's the right thing to do. That's my personal feelings.
Yeah.
And he's being hunted down for going rogue.
Yeah, maybe he's like I said, gone AWOL. He's kind of gone off the objective.
Yeah.
To save someone. Maybe, I don't know. I won't say any names because I don't want to spoil anything for people that still haven't played Halo yet, or people that out there that are maybe playing through it. So, no, I don't. Do you think? Here's the next question posed to you: that you'll buy an Xbox One, Dan?
Do I think I will? Yes. When?
That wasn't actually my question. I just kind of, it just came in like that moment. I was like, I've got to. No, do you think the Master Chief dies? That Locke hunts him down and kills him in this game?
No.
Not me.
No way.
I just don't. You can't. Halo is Master Chief.
I think what may happen is that the character within the armor, so like John, whatever, 117, that could be killed off. Because the iconic thing about Master Chief is the look.
It is.
The armor.
It is.
So therefore, it's very much like someone new being Batman or something like that. You know, someone taking up the mantle.
The role.
Because you could end up with Locke, whatever. Like, you're saying going rogue agenda.
Yeah.
Locke could end up seeing the truth after he's already killed him in combat or something like that.
So then he takes on...
So then he realises that if it turns to rebellion or whatever, you know, realises they need that figurehead. So he dons the armour.
That's interesting.
So you can end up with that, because at the end of the day...
It's a possibility, yeah.
It's the look, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
You don't know the person...
We don't know.
You don't
We've
know the
never
person
seen
behind the armour.
But they have said in this... I can't remember who... I think it was Josh Holmes who said it, that we will not see... Like... Master Chief will not be unmasked in Halo 5.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you could see maybe like Locke killing him, and then kind of like maybe like a scene where you realise it, and then kind of the closing scene is a guy in the Master Chief costume, and then it fades away with like the Locke suit on the ground or something like that.
Yeah. So maybe he doesn't kill him. Maybe Master Chief has to sacrifice himself for something. But again...
I think a lot of people aren't really... I mean, Microsoft are forcing this Locke thing in a big way. Not forcing, that's not the right word. But marketing behind Locke quite a lot.
I was going to say...
There's a lot of stuff behind Locke, you know.
There is.
The limited edition of the Xbox One is in the Spartan Locke colours, not the Master Chief colours. Okay, yes, they've got the two controllers.
It could just be they want to drive that forward so that they can then just expand the franchise.
This is exactly what I was just going to say. I think this is just their way of trying to just get more than just one person in a game, and it be not the same as all the other Halos where it's just one person campaign, 10 levels, whatever, and done. I think they're just trying to make it a bit more detail, a bit more in depth, so there's a bit more story to it. Because we're in that stage now where this is the first Halo game on the new generation. They're probably looking. This is arguably it's their biggest franchise, if you like. They've got to just put so much into it, and you can see from the marketing campaign, it's just huge. Wherever you go. When I was in Vegas last week, just everywhere, it's just Halo. Everywhere, there is just so much advertising on this. It's on the side of taxis, buses, billboards, everywhere.
It just helps them bring out more characters with different personalities. Yeah. Because Master Chief is, from what I've always seen, has been very cut and dry.
Yeah, it's not about... he just doesn't really have much of a huge amount of a persona. He's like what you would maybe expect a soldier to be.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but that's my point. It's like, so if they're I suppose
out. The series is now nearly 15 years old.
Yeah. God, yeah. And they always talk about the Halo movies as well, so maybe it's another plant for that.
Yeah, we'll see. Eventually, I think Master Chief will eventually die.
Of old age, yeah.
No, but he'll be killed in one of the games, but not this one.
You can only go for so long.
There's a lot of scope anyway,
So we got some more Microsoft news. This is actually a week old now. It kind of came out just after we kind of did last week's news, and Microsoft has purchased Havok. Now, if anyone didn't know what Havok was, they basically make the physics engines for a lot of the big AAA games, kind of latest games, for example, Watch Dogs, Destiny, Dark Souls, Mortal Kombat X. So, pretty big games, and they design the engines that come around it. So, Microsoft, they've said, don't worry, we're not going to keep this to ourselves and stop Sony from being able to use it. But obviously now, if Sony ever wants to use, or a Sony game wants to use the Havok engine, they'll have to pay Microsoft for it.
Yeah.
So probably a smart addition to Microsoft's library. Don't know how much it cost, but one of the big things they did say was the purchase is to help with their continued innovation of their cloud gaming service, which they revealed in the Crackdown 3 reveal. The power of the cloud being able to make the game do more. So your game's not running just on the console, it's running on the console and the cloud, so you can do so much more. So I don't know, gaming is becoming innovating in ways that I kind of don't understand. But it was worth just mentioning because obviously it's a news story that won't really make the headlines, but in terms of gaming news, it is actually quite a big deal.
Oh, it's quite relevant. Yeah, it is. I mean, it has an effect on more things. It's more of what goes on in the background, isn't it? And we don't always get to see that and talk about it.
How much do you reckon they spent on this? If you had to fathom any sort of guess.
Not a clue.
I honestly wouldn't know how to value it.
Because they obviously, I would say that it's probably in
a couple of million.
I was going to say it's probably in the tens to hundreds of million.
Yeah, I'd say maybe a billion, 2 billion, maybe.
Wow, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
It was a lot of money, let's just say that. But probably not a lot of Microsoft money.
No.
So yeah, we'll see. Maybe, people have been saying how when it comes to third-party games, the PS4 has that little bit more power to it, so it makes games look slightly better.
Yeah.
Now Microsoft can work first-hand with one of these studios. Maybe it will help make the games be able to look a little bit better on the Xbox, because natively, obviously, stuff always looks better than when you're working with other parties. So maybe we won't have to see any more 720, 900, 1080p arguments, because they're still happening.
They are.
We've got, closing out the news, we've got Cyberpunk 2077. If you have never heard of that game before, it's CD Projekt Red's latest attempt at a monster of a game.
That's not the year it's coming out, is it?
No, it's not.
Okay.
No, it is set in the future.
Okay.
If it does come out then we'll be talking about it for a while. But no, anticipated to be a 2017 release, so it is still a long way out. We don't know much about the game, other than that it is like a futuristic fantasy game. But what we have found out this week is that apparently the game is going to be, quote, far, far bigger. And that's in relation to The Witcher 3. And I was just like, when I read this, I just thought we had to include it, because I was like, what are these people doing to human life? I was like, I played The Witcher.
Taking it away, that's what they're doing.
I played The Witcher 3 for about 50 hours, and
barely
I made a pin drop into that game.
Yeah, I know.
It's like,
I don't know.
It was so, I really like this studio, because they give almost the best value for money. Because not only did they do that, they then gave a load of free DLC out as well. So they obviously really, they could make so much more money out of you, but they don't.
Remember the note that actually came with your game as well?
Yeah,
it's basically thank you for supporting us and spending your hard-earned money on this game.
Yeah.
We hope that we were giving you the best experience you can get and all of that. And
it's nice.
They are a studio that honestly does care.
They do. They really take pride, I think, in what they do, and they want to give you really good value for money. I mean, there's no question over that whatsoever. I think it's great to see, and I think we should all be supportive of it.
Yeah. Do you think games though could ever be? Maybe we'll save this conversation for another day. Maybe on Past Chat or something. But about can games be too big?
Yeah.
Can it be too much? Because like I said, The Witcher is just.
Yeah.
Well, me and you never even really got. I mean, Dan, I know you got to the story end, but even still, you probably felt like you'd done less than a quarter of the game.
There was so much left, ridiculously. I even tried to keep up on the side quests and all of that, and just because I started playing through it again just to change some of the story stuff, and but I was taking my time doing more of the side stuff as I went. So because I decided. Because
you knew how to play the game.
I played the story.
Yeah.
So I wasn't in the same kind of, I need to canon through this kind of feeling.
You can explore the world that time more.
Yeah, and I was generally finding a lot of new stuff that I hadn't come across, and the way I was interacting with stuff was different.
Yeah.
Because I was coming across things that I'd seen the previous time, and it's so my interactions were different because I was coming across it at different times, so you're getting different dialogue and stuff like that, but it's
I know what you mean.
I'm still, I stopped playing through that again.
There are some games though, I think
nowhere
that
near.
you play through the campaign and the story, and you get to the end and you think, oh, I kind of didn't want it to end really, and you want it to be longer. But then there are other games.
It's finding that balance, isn't it?
It is. There are other games where it's just so long-winded, and sometimes as well the pace of the game. I think if it's quite slow and tedious, I think that can suck a lot of your incentive and want to keep moving forward and keep going through the game, because it can be very slow progress, and you need to have that balance. It's big games like that. I mean, Witcher 3, I can tell you now, I will never finish Witcher 3 because it's the time has been and gone. The window for my Witcher 3 gaming has been and gone, and unless I break my leg and I'm off work for a month, hopefully, I won't be going back to it probably.
Hopefully you break your leg, or hopefully you're off for a month. Or...
well,
because if you want a broken leg, we can arrange that.
He is fine.
You watch that. The day you break your leg will be the day that your office's kind of supports disabled access to your buildings. So you never actually miss a day.
The thing is, I can actually work from home, so it would really benefit me.
If you want, we can always just give you a quick shove down the stairs on the way out. Just see what happens.
I was going to say pick a broken arm, but that doesn't really help with the video
gaming.
game.
No.
You'll be up here with it in the sling, it hurts.
T-Rex gaming.
Right, let's move on to the games.
Yeah.
Just before we quickly go to this week's releases, I want to quickly say that apparently Tales from the Borderlands Episode 1 should be free at the moment for Xbox and PlayStation owners. Now, I checked it last night. It is on the Xbox One, but for some reason it's not showing up as free on the PS4. I don't know why.
Like I said, maybe it's just not updated.
Maybe it's not updated.
But when you sent me this, I looked and went, "Are you sure?"
The story broke on Thursday though, so it's not like hasn't. I don't know. But my point is, if you've got an Xbox One, great. If you've got a PS4, unlucky.
It might be regional, so...
It might be regional, so yeah. But it's £8 for the whole season on the PlayStation 4 at the moment, so it's actually a pretty good deal if it was something you were looking to get. But moving into this week's releases, we've got Uncharted, the Nathan Drake collection. That's the big one that Ash is excited for.
Yeah.
How's it going?
It's going alright. I'm about 60% through the first game again. On crushing. My first playthrough is on crushing mode.
Yeah, you've already experienced the story.
I have.
Yeah, having played through it a number of times already, do you feel going back to it that you're going, this again?
No.
Or do you feel very much like it's a fresh experience for you now?
I think
it's kind of in between.
It's been long enough since I've played the games, even the third one, that it's nice to go back to. I think we had a very similar conversation a few weeks ago in saying that enough time has passed now, you can go back and play it and enjoy it. It's a bit like Grand Theft Auto 5. I mean, I could probably go back to that now. Enough time has passed that I could play the story again and still enjoy it. I think if it's a good enough story and it's got enough detail to keep you interested, and the game is just generally a good game, I think you can always go back to games time and time again.
Yeah. Same with a movie, isn't it?
Yeah.
Your favourite movies you've probably watched multiple times.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just it, isn't it?
But I suppose some of the enjoyment's being crushed by the difficulty.
Man, I forgot how hard crushing was on the first game, Drake's Fortune. It's hard. Very.
No, it's harder than hard.
It's crushing, sorry, yeah. So, just so you know, Uncharted Collection, all 3 games in a nice shiny PS4 wrap.
And you get access to the Uncharted 4 beta with it as well.
You do.
So we'll be. I haven't spoken to you about this yet, but I feel we should probably record a Let's Play and have it for Tuesday.
I think we will definitely be doing a Let's Play for Tuesday.
Tomorrow there'll be a Let's Play on this game. Who appears on the video has yet to be determined, but we'll work it out.
Cool. Yeah.
Rock Band 4 on the PS4 and Xbox One. Do you want to do the actions for this one? Thank you.
Okay.
So that's Rock Band 4.
Is he going to do the every game?
Can you do the Elite Dangerous? No, Rock Band 4. Everyone is basically just saying it's Rock Band. The biggest compliment to it is it's just more Rock Band, which is fun. But the biggest criticism is they really could have released this the year after Rock Band 3. It hasn't changed at all. So if you like the game before, you'll like this one. if you weren't really a big fan, they haven't really changed everything. I'm happy it's back as a platform. I don't know. It's on my Christmas list just because it's a game that I want, but I don't want to buy. That's basically what my Christmas list now kind of becomes.
I think,
But I don't know if I'll... Because I can't even use my old instruments, apparently, because the original Rock Band instruments don't work.
Oh.
It's Rock Band 2, 3 onwards, and I've got the OG instruments.
Okay.
And apparently they don't work. So I'd want new ones anyway, though. Just because...
You broke some of the old ones?
Well, I did break some of the old ones. We've had that story before.
Matt Angry Gamer Southwell.
Yellow drum doesn't work, it has a massive hole in it.
It was the red one, actually. Oh. Elite Dangerous for the Xbox. Thank you.
Close enough.
This is a space exploration game for your Xbox console. Looks pretty cool. It's
basically space combat.
Yeah, you drive around, you shoot ships, you collect stuff. It's not really a huge amount to say about the game, but it looks cool.
Yeah, the visuals look good. I was quite impressed with that. I think it's one of the better games this week.
Yeah. We got Transformers Devastation on the PS4, Xbox One, PC, PS3, and Xbox 360.
I don't even know what to do with that.
You need to transform.
I got nothing.
Yeah.
Maybe just do the robot. That's the worst robot in the world.
I'm sat down. What do you expect? I'm really embarrassing myself now.
So this is a beat 'em up Transformers game. Art style instantly looked like the 80s cartoon, which I thought was really, really cool.
Yeah,
I do like the whole 80s style cartoon of the game.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
That's definitely a positive.
I think if this is a game which is for basically the big Transformers fans, it's a fighting game. There are better fighting games out there.
Yeah.
But
there are worse fighting games.
There were worse fighting games. Yeah, it's getting respectable
Yeah.
reviews. If you like Transformers, apparently it's a bit too expensive for Ash because it is a full price game, which he doesn't approve of.
Yeah, I think it's just because it's a game that I would like to play, but it's not a game I want to pay full price to play. It's
Yeah. Christmas list.
Maybe.
Then we've got Tesla Punk on the Xbox One, which was kind of a retro. It looked like a what direction? Vertical. Thank you.
Down to
That's had a massive memory block. Come on, do the actions, please. Perform, monkey.
No.
It's a vertical kind of space.
Space. The final frontier.
I was going to say space, and then I wanted to go to ship,
Oh,
so
okay.
I merged them as a ship shooter.
Yeah.
I assume it looks kind of twin stick shooter-ish, but I don't think because of the it might actually be more of a runner shooter.
Yeah, we have seen
that.
games like this before where it is just sort of a vertical working your way up and the screen moves with you, sort of thing. We definitely seen games very similar to this before on more than one occasion.
It's basically like the ship part of Velocity 2X and stuff like that.
Yeah, similar.
Yeah.
Similar.
Yeah.
But it looks quite cool. We then have probably the best game of the week is Monkey Pirates, which is a... Come on, Ash.
Do it. Come on, yeah.
This one is... You set yourself on a dangerous path.
I have.
Even though
I'm not drunk, just so you know, I'm not drunk.
The first thing you did had literally nothing to do with Uncharted. You were just excited.
I was.
This is a co-op game. 4 players. It looks like basically it's just you're a pirate ship sailing around like a almost 2D ocean, and shooting the other ships, and they're controlled by monkeys. So that's another great Xbox One title if you want to pick that up. We then have Caillou Panic, which is a tower defense game by the looks of it.
Yeah, there's not really a lot more to say about this game. It does seem like a...
Very bright colours on the screen. There you go. There's more to say.
Yeah, a bit more to say.
Unfortunately...
A bit like us today.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't really call grey bright.
It's not very bright.
I'm sorry.
We're contrasting.
I wasn't told I was meant to wear my brightest t-shirt today.
This is nowhere near my brightest t-shirt.
Yeah. Green would have been good today.
I'm limited by my shirts in terms of I just wear whichever one's now
just
fit.
in the wash.
Tower defense none of us are really interested in, so
No.
But it's there. Grand Ages Medieval. This is a real-time strategy game for the PS4. Again, I know real-time strategy, you said, Dan, it doesn't lend itself.
I don't feel it does, because like you often in these sort of games have to be opening so many windows, clicking in so many different places when you're on a PC.
I agree.
It's like I feel putting that to a controller just makes it very clunky, and probably not played it on console, so I can't say, but I just feel the navigation would be really annoying.
If it's built for the ground up for the console, I'm sure that people can map the controls reasonably well. But I think, it's one of those games where the mouse and the keyboard just lends itself better to those types of games.
And you can just react faster to things, because like to be able to move a cursor is so much faster than to be able to use your analog sticks to go wherever you need to go.
Unless you put the sensitivity up to like 100 or something.
Yeah, but even then you're still trying to get your fine point
that
you can't actually get.
But there you go. If you've been waiting for a real-time strategy game on the PS4, this is probably the best one out there.
It's probably the only one out there.
That's basically what I'm betting on. If there's more than one, it's probably not the best one out there. We then have 1001 Spikes for the PS4. This is very much a throwback to kind of the retro style of gaming, 8-bit platformer, incredibly hard looking. It looks like these dungeons.
It's Indiana Jones' worst nightmare.
It's a very sort of Rogue Legacy reminder of death on numerous occasions.
I think 1001 Spikes is being kind to the number of spikes there actually are.
Yeah.
There is a lot of things that stab you and kill you.
Yes.
As Ash has told me, I'm forbidden from purchasing this game because I will break too much stuff. And then, saving the best till last, Farming Simulator 2016 on the Vita. Now,
I think Ash does have to close out with Ashes on this one.
Do you want to show us? It's really good.
Yeah.
Unless you need to turn, obviously, then you're in trouble.
There we go.
That's my excitement level for this game.
Already on the PC, already on the consoles, so you can get it everywhere, but now you can even take it on the go. Farming simulation at its best. I think I already know, Ash, what your pick of the week is going to be.
That's obviously Farming Simulator.
Yeah. That's a good choice. Dan, what's your pick?
Yeah, I'm going Farming Simulator 2. I mean, come on.
Farming Simulator 2?
No, as in 2, as in as well.
3 for 3 on Farming Simulators.
No.
So that's it.
Yeah. It's a wrap. Undoubtedly, Uncharted is the game for me this week. It's where I'm dedicating all my time, as you'd expect.
Yeah.
It's also best value for money because it's a 3-in-1.
That's a very, very good point.
I also read an article this week which amazes me if it's true, is that 80% of PS4 owners have never played an Uncharted game.
Yeah, amazing.
I was like...
But I can believe it because
a lot of people came over from 360.
I know a lot of people that haven't played it.
Yeah.
I probably spoke to 3 or 4 people this week that are like, oh no, I've never played Uncharted. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, we speak to a guy in our office who hadn't played it before.
And now he's been bullied into buying it.
We bullied him into buying it.
It doesn't take much.
Well, we bullied him into buying the PS4.
Yeah.
And now he's learning. It's a long process, but he's getting there.
It's going to be so much harder when you move.
I know. I'd send him emails. It's fine. But just like the link to the game. You'll have to make sure you turn on his one-click buying thing on his
computer. But it's all going to be blocked. That's the problem.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so I'm the same. Uncharted. I'm a big Rock Band fan, but the fact that I haven't bought Rock Band but I bought Uncharted, I suppose, says everything when I have to make my pick. So that's it. Good to be back as a trio again.
It is.
Yes. It felt lonely without both of you here. That's both weeks before you get offended. Yeah. It's fine the first week, it was just a suck on me. But no, thank you very much for watching, everyone. As always, let us know in the comments what you think about the new Far Cry game, the potential of a game being bigger than The Witcher 3, and whether or not you'll be buying Farming Simulator 2016 on the Vita. But for now, Ash, Dan, thank you as always.
Cheers, guys.
Thanks, guys.
And everyone out there, thank you for watching. We'll see you all next time.